Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny, and welcome back to the DarkForgecraft server, episode number 3. Today we have 3 things for episode number 3 that we're going to be doing, and first is to be setting up our equivalent exchange stuff so that we can do some transmutation, because everybody's talking about it, so I guess I better start doing it. So, and besides that, we're going to be doing some autocrafting. We're going to set up autocrafting with our ME system, and we are going to do some cobblestone generation, which is something I don't normally do, but you'll find out why, or maybe you already know why, cobblestone generation is suddenly so important in a little while. Now, this is going to be the first time I am going to be playing with equivalent exchange. So we will be kind of discovering this together. However, don't fret, I did do some research, so I think I know what I'm doing. So you shouldn't have to watch me do too much derping around, but we're going to set up our little transmutation tablet over here. And I've got a clipboard talking about everything that we need to do. So first we need to make this Calson Ater right here. That's just stone and iron to make some stuff that we're going to need. And then we're going to make an aludel, which is an aludel base, which is also quite cheap, along with a glass bell. And then we're going to make a tomb of alchemical knowledge, and this is basically a book that we make in our aludel with something, with an item that we get from our Calson Ater. So this is where those first 2 items kind of come together. And then we are going to use that tomb of alchemical knowledge in a research station, this guy right here, also another very cheap recipe, in order to teach our tomb how to make any item that has an EMC value. So here we have the exchange energy of 9. Most items in the game, not all of them, like this one doesn't have an exchange value. Most items in the game have an EEC exchange value. And then we're going to build a transmutation tablet. And this is something that we build in the world with 9 ash-infused stone and a piece of chalk. We're actually going to set that up right over here. We'll just do it right about there. So let's get started. So we'll start with our Calson Ater. This guy is really cheap. And so the Calson Ater will basically take items and break them down. Let's put it over here, I guess, since this is kind of our equivalent exchange area. And we put that down here. Now this guy is going to convert this into its fundamental elements, basically. It converts it into one of 3 things. Either, oops, no, it's not the fuel. Let's see, here's our recipes. Either ash. So anything with an equivalent exchange value of 0 to 64 is going to give us ash. It's going to give us 1 piece of ash. And then from 64 to 2048, we get a verdant dust. 2048 to 8192, we get a 0 dust. And 8192 and above, we get a minium dust. So what we're going to want to do to get these things is we're going to want to, in order to not waste anything of great value, is we're going to want to go with the lowest value possible. So in this case, cobblestone has an exchange energy value of 1, so that would be the most efficient way for us to get ash. Now, like I said, we want to make this tomb of alchemical knowledge, which requires minium dust, and as we discovered, minium dust is made from anything that has a value of 8192 or greater, and that could be a diamond would probably be... Oh, I have 1 diamond. Why do I only have 1 diamond? What the heck? Alright, well, I've got a quarry running right now, so hopefully we'll get more diamonds soon. But we're definitely going to want one of these. We can also get them from the other elements as well. So, as we saw, let's see, in NEI, we can get minium dust from a piece of ash and for azure dust in our for azure dust. Why don't we make our aludel next? That's this guy, and this comes in 2 pieces. Going to make our Aludel base and our Aludel, well, glass ball. But we are going to need some more glass. Okay, made some more glass, and here's our glass bell. So we'll put this guy over here. Is that going to make it so that we can't get at our... No, we can still get at those. Oh, whoops. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, and then we have to put the glass ball on it. And now we can use this to... We'll get another one. There will be more diamonds. I have a quarry running as we speak. Buy diamond. And then once we get one diamond, we can teach our system how to make diamonds. And we won't even have to quarry for them anymore. Okay, so we need aluminium dust and a book. Make a few of these. What? That's not the first time I've made a stencil. You know what? It might actually be because I got a bunch of stencils from a village, so maybe I didn't even make any stencils. Crazy. Anyway, let's make a book. Oh, no, we need that. I'm actually curious to see if we can autocraft stuff, if we can interface with this thing to autocraft. And then if we shift click, it'll actually put it where it's supposed to go. And then actually I'm just going to grab half of the coal out of here and stick it in there. Okay, now we have to right click, wait, shift right click? Somehow we have to bind this to our player. Oh, it already is bound to our player. Okay, belongs to Danny DJ DK. So right now we don't know Dookie, so we're going to teach, so we have to teach this guy how to make stuff. And to do that, we're going to make ourselves a research station. And I think I already have a slab. There we go. Also, another very cheap recipe. This, for being as powerful as this mod is, the recipes are pretty darn cheap. Kind of running out of room here. This base is such a... Well, it's not a complete base. But anyway, so what we do... If we want to teach this guy, let's say we want to teach it how to make cobblestone, which we really don't, but we just stick some cobblestone in there, and then it takes some time. It consumes the cobblestone. And now, if we look in our book, we will see that it knows how to make cobblestone, and that the exchange energy value is 1. So in order to make cobblestone, or anything that we teach it how to make, and there's lots of stuff we're going to want to teach it how to make, especially things that are hard to get otherwise. I mean, once we get like a diamond, for instance, we can teach it how to make diamonds. Now, the diamonds are quite expensive. They have a very high energy value, but if we can pump enough energy into the system, we'll be able to make as many diamonds as we can. And what's becoming really popular with this system are cobblestone generators. People are making tons and tons of cobblestone because in order to build up energy, and then basically using it to make anything they want. But you have to get one, like shiny ingots. We totally want to teach you how to make shiny ingots, because shiny ingots are hard to get, and look at how expensive they are. 16,384. Transmutation tablet. We need 9 ash and a piece of, or 9 ash infused stone. So to make the ash infused stone, first we need to make some ash, which we do in here with our cobble. We need 9 pieces of ash. So 9 stone, and then we need 1 more ash. So I did my math right. And this will make us ash infused stone. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to make some chalk. We just need some clay and bone meal. Okay. I think we have all that. No, we need some more bone meal, but we've got tons of bones, so that's not a problem. And then the chalk, you have to set it down in the world and break it in order to get chalk. I only got 1. I think you can get anywhere between 1 and 4 or something like that. Okay, you can see it working in there. Isn't that cool? So then what's going to happen is we're going to take this chalk and we're going to make this thing, this little symbol, on top of our ash-infused stone. And you press the V key to make it bigger. Now it's too big. And then you press Shift V to make it smaller. So, I'll be quiet. I'm recording. I'm recording down here. Be quiet. It's not a blitz. It's a. Oh, what the heck is it called again? The cold one. You know, the one that's cold. The one that shoots stuff at you and makes you slow. Blizz. It's a blizz, not a blitz. Okay. Now, I hope I remember how to do this. We right-click with that, and then we shift right-click. Lucky guess. Shift right-click with an empty hand. I don't know if your hand has to be empty, but I used an empty hand just in case. And there we have it. We now have a transmutation tablet, and we can right-click on this. We can stick our tomb in here and throw stuff in there, and it'll build up energy based on. We have 13 cobblestone. Each cobble has 1 energy exchange value. So we now have 13 value. And we can make cobblestone from our cobblestone. Isn't that exciting? We can make cobblestone from our cobblestone. But of course, that's not really what is the exciting, where things get exciting. Where things get exciting is where we can make other things from other things. So we're going to teach this guy how to make some other stuff too. Oh, I guess you can't see the... Oh, is that the ash? Maybe that is ash that we're looking at in there. Let's see what happens when you take it out. Yeah, that is. That was ash. You can see the ash in there. Nice. We can teach it how to make ash. And again, it will consume the ash. Let's see. What are some things that are a pain in the butt to get, but aren't necessarily... How about ink sacks? What do I have for ink sacks? Let's see. Ink sacks have an exchange value of 16. So this basically means that with 16 pieces of cobblestone, we can make ourselves an ink sack. There's no more waste in Minecraft because we can, I mean, well, with anything that has an exchange value, if we got a ton of something that we don't need, we just dump it in here and we turn it into other stuff. That is awesome. I mean, we can teach it how to make all the different ores. Or all the different ingots, or even ores, I guess, if we want to. How difficult something is to make. Sometimes it's worthwhile to get it out of your equivalent exchange system, and sometimes it's easier just to craft it. But I plan on mostly using this for stuff that's kind of rare and stuff that's a pain in the butt to work with, to get, or to craft. Check this out. Stone has the same value as cobblestone. Nice. That means we can just exchange stone for cobblestone. We won't have to worry about smelting it. Some stone. We'll stick some cobblestone here. I've got a double compress. So I've got 81 cobblestone. I have 90 energy value. I can just grab a whole bunch of stone. And then what's cool is if I decide, hey, you know what? I really don't want to use all my energy for that. I just stick it back in there. And the energy returns. Enderman. See now, ender pearl. I would like 1 ender pearl. And then I would like to never have to worry about ender pearls again. Let's see if we can do this without dying. Jeez. Yay, we got an ender pearl. Awesome. That's lucky. That's the first enderman I've killed in this on this server. And I got an ender pearl out of it. Awesome. What's the exchange value? 1024. So, we're going to lose our ender pearl, but we will now be able to craft ender pearls or exchange ender pearls for 1024 cobblestone or whatever else is equivalent. If we right click on our book, it'll show us everything that we can craft, or everything that we can transmute into, I suppose. If we stick it in here, it will only show us what we can get with the energy that we currently have in the system. So if we want to see the ender pearl here, we have to put 1000, whatever it was, 1024 or whatever. we throw some double compressed cobblestone in there, then our energy values are really going to start adding up. Now, sometimes you have to pull the book out and put it back in. There's a little bit of a bug there. So now we can get another ender pearl from Cobble. And another one. Yay! Awesome! Silicon prep. Oh. I am so teaching one. It's only one. I am so teaching this system how to do that. That is freaking awesome. I hate making these presses. I hate them because the crafting process is so slow and cumbersome. I mean, they're not terribly expensive, but first you got to put your sand in the pulverizer to make silicon, and then you have to put your silicon in the press. You have to grab your silicon press, throw it in here, put it in there, blah blah blah, wait for it to come out, and of course, you know, eventually we'll autocraft it, but even autocrafting that is a pain in the butt. Yay! Oh man, that is so cool. Let's check this out. Let's make ourselves some a logic press and see if maybe it's the last one we ever have to make. That would be so cool if it was. Silicon, logic. That's too, oh boy, it looks like it'll be pretty expensive, but, well, let's see, what's gold? It's the same as gold. That's 2081, so it's just a little bit more than gold. I am never using the inscriber again. Screw you, inscriber! I've always hated you, and now I never have to use you again. Yay! Oh, that's awesome! I almost feel like I'm cheating, but I don't care, man. I don't care. Oh man, cutting out some of the cumbersome stuff like that, that's cool. I like that. Alright, let's just throw these in there. Instead of waiting around for that stupid inscriber, we got ourselves some logic presses. Nice. And you know, autocrafting is wonderful. And you know, a lot of this stuff we'll be able to autocraft in the future, but autocrafting takes time. That doesn't. It doesn't take any time. It's like, poof, and you've got it. Oh, and the crystals. Crystals? I don't have to wait around for this crap. I don't need crystal growth accelerators. Oh my god. Okay, we're teaching this guy how to make pure Certus quartz crystals. And it's, oh, by the way, it will store the energy if it only uses part of the energy of something you have in here. So right now we have 154 energy stored in here. Let's grab a bunch of these. In fact, nice. Oh my god. Why didn't somebody do this sooner? Alright, now we've got a crafting storage. Yay, next gen crafting. Nice. You can actually make more than one of these tombs, which I actually might do soon, because this is kind of a pain. And you could just leave one in here, and leave one in there, so that you don't have to keep moving them back and forth. Because any tomb that's bound to you, that belongs to Danny DJ DK, is going to have the same information in it. So you can actually make a bunch of these, you can give them to other players and have them add stuff to it. Charged Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone dust. So, you know what? Why don't we make one? Guess what I'm going to say next? Okay, where were we? Making a molecular assembler. Okay. What the frick was that? Oh. And then we're going to need a bunch of ME interfaces. Let's move this guy. the molecular assembler there for now. Take our ME interface and turn it into a panel. There we go. I have officially joined the I Love Equivalent Exchange Club. The club that everyone seems to be joining these days. Especially the fact that I don't have to use the inscriber anymore. That is just... I love that. Okay, I'm all distracted now. What am I doing? I want to make another ME interface, but I'm going to need another annihilation core. Crafting terminal. So we need to take this guy... down again. What? Oh, it must have been in the crafting area. And we're going to go like this and like this. And now we've got ourselves a pattern terminal. Which we can now use. We'll have to make some blank patterns. Glowstone, piercer. We should have everything else. Alright, actually, is that a blizz or is it a blitz? I don't have any range. Oh, I do have range weapons. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, crap! Oh, no! Good thing his aim sucks, because my reflexes are pretty slow. There we go. Yay! What did we get? Oh, did we get a blizz rod? Yep, we got a blizz rod. Yay! Awesome. Guess where that's gonna go. Exchange 1536. Yep, that's going right in my book. My quarry finished here, and unfortunately, I was stupid, and I only had one gold chest here. Previously, I had two of them. And I got a snowball out of the deal too. And my chest filled up, which means that because the BC factory goes from the top down, it means that before it reached bedrock, it actually just started throwing items out. And what this thing does is it actually, unlike the Ender Quarry, which stops when it doesn't have any place to put items, this thing just throws them out. It tosses them out into the world. So they probably sat here and oh, I'm a bat. I don't want to be a bat. I want to be a raven. And while I'm at it, I'm going to throw a snowball. I want to be a raven because it has more hearts. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it throws items out. So that means that the bottom few rows where the diamonds and valuable stuff would have been, it was just throwing stuff out. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm not going to complain too much because, you know, we've got our Cobble Gen going now, and we don't really need anything. We don't really even need to do any quarrying anymore. Because if we if we get a fast enough Cobble Generator, what the? If we get a fast enough Cobble Generator going, we can generate things much faster than any quarry could. Something weird's going on here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Get away, get away! Crap, I'm stuck! What the frick is going on here? What? Oh, weird. Okay. The graphics was showing that the door was open, but it really wasn't. That was weird. Do I want to do this? I do. I'm going to have to, because these are so rare. Goodbye, shiny ingot. I'm so sorry to sacrifice you. I heard these guys running around above my basement. They were up here. And they were actually following me around. As I would move around in my base, they would follow me. These infested villagers or whatever they're called. I wonder what causes these guys to spawn, or if it's just random spawn like all the other mobs. They're easy to kill, but if they hit you, they poison you. kind of hurts. Plus, they're ugly. No, no. Oh, crap. Well, I managed to get myself 6 diamonds. All right over here. But my first death, and it was a bugged death because I was standing right here and I morphed and somehow I ended up there. And my grave ended up here, so I was scared for a minute there because I had a lot of stuff with me. A lot of very valuable stuff. We're nearly out of time, but I did say that we were going to do some cobblestone generation today, and we are. We are doing that, and I'm just going to show you what I did because we're so short on time. I have 2 fully upgraded igneous extruders. These are the resonant, which are the highest tier igneous extruders. What I did is I first made the basic igneous extruder, and it generates 1 piece of cobblestone. I mean, basically what you do is you throw some lava in there, a bucket of lava and a bucket of water, and it'll make cobblestone out of it. So that's your cobble generator. And the basic one creates 1 every 2 seconds, I think. 1 cobblestone every 2 seconds. So I started out with the basic, and I'm like, no, I want more than that. So then I upgraded it to the hardened, which requires signalum, and then I upgraded. Of course, you can use any eye to figure this out. So, but anyway, I went all the way to the resonant igneous extruder, and I was able to use my transmutation tablet to get everything I needed for that. So that was pretty easy. And this guy actually produces 1 stack of cobblestone. I also have it fully upgraded. And just a little note, the igneous extruder requires these 3 augments in order to be faster. We have accelerated extrusion. If we take these out, we'll see that it's producing 1 cobblestone. So if we put our level 1, it then jumps up to 16. But the speed is the same, so now it's just doing 16 every 2 seconds. And our second tier is the igneous catalyst, and that brings it up to 32 per second. And then our highest tier is the pyroclastic generation, and that brings it up to 64 every 2 seconds. And that still wasn't quite fast enough for me, so I created 2, and now it's basically doing 1 stack every second. 1 stack every second. 2 stacks every 2 seconds. And then it is piping it into the cyclic assembler, which has a schematic that is set to make compressed cobblestone. So to set up your schematic, basically you put a schematic in here, and then you put your recipe over here, and then you just click this little X, and that will set the schematic. And I've got 3 of these guys set up, 3 cyclic assemblers. This one takes the compressed cobblestone and makes double compressed cobblestone. This one takes the compressed cobblestone, or the double compressed, and makes triple compressed. And then I've got these 2 auto workbenches, which do pretty much the same thing, but they do not require RF, but they are extremely slow. So once this guy gets 9 triple compressed cobblestone, it will make a quadruple compressed cobblestone, but because it takes so long for our system to generate 6,561 cobblestone, we don't really need another cyclic assembler. So the auto workbench is fast enough, it's a lot cheaper, and it doesn't require RF. So that's why I'm using that here. And then finally we have this guy taking our quadruple compressed cobblestone and making it into quintuple compressed cobblestone, which then all gets dropped into this barrel. Now the quintuple compressed cobblestone, if we grab 1, you can see that a quintuple compressed cobblestone is 59,049 cobblestone, and of course it also has exchange energy value of 59,049. So we can put a bunch of these in here. If we fill this thing up with these guys, we're gonna have tons of energy to play with. So just with this cobblestone generator, we'll be able to pretty much get whatever resources we want. Remember to use the augment specific to the igneous extruder, because there are other augments that are available through augments through thermal expansion, and it might get a little confusing because you've got these three, the secondary reception coil, which is a 2x speed, and then we have the 4x speed, blah blah blah. These are not for the igneous extruder. These are for other machines. So they have to use these extrusion extruder augments specifically. So, and just so you know, this one fully upgraded igneous extruder is about produces about 1/10 the amount of cobblestone as a fully upgraded transfer node from extra utilities. However, the transfer node fully upgraded is much more expensive. So that's another option if you want to do some really fast cobblestone generation. I don't foresee needing more than that in the future. Oh, you might notice that some things have changed here. I'm actually in the middle of a build right now. And the footage for that is going to be in the next video, and I'm not going to show you. We've had a very successful session today. Actually, it's been more than one day for me, but we got our equivalent exchange transmutation system set up, and we now have access to pretty much any item that we want as long as we get one of them. We've got our auto-crafting set up over there, and I've started on my base upstairs, and pretty soon we'll be moving a lot of this stuff upstairs, and we're going to have not only a very functional base, but a pretty one too. Not really going to have to do much anymore. I mean, as far as quarrying, we don't really need a quarry anymore. We don't really need to do any farming. Although I may set up a tree farm just to automate the process of RF generation as a kind of a hands-off thing, because this is not hands-off. This equivalent exchange thing does require us to go in here and click to get whatever items we want, you know. And oh my god, we have to go in here and click. That's so horrible. But you know, for automation purposes, it's nice to be able to have something that you don't even have to touch. You know, when it comes to RF generation, I don't want to think about RF generation. I just want it to happen. So, yeah. So we're still gonna have other stuff to play with. It's not like we just have everything we need now and now we're done. I mean, there's more. And like I said before, we'll be able to focus on building and playing with some of the new mods, and yeah. So next episode, we're building a base, and then after that, I think we're going to start playing with equivalent exchange, or not equivalent exchange. Wait a minute, didn't we do that already? Next episode, the one after that, we're going to start playing with immersive engineering, because that is a mod I really want to play with. So yeah, that's the plan. So thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this, click the like button and all that crazy stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.